Alright, Fraggle Rock fans, it's time to unite. The Fraggle Rock Reboot has officially started, and you know what that means, right?
Whoa, Fraggles!
I've been hearing news for a pretty long while about Fraggle Rock coming back in some form or another, and there's been talks of a Fraggle Rock movie since I think it was like 2005, but finally, after all this wait, an official reboot is starting production in Canada. Apple TV Plus and the Jim Henson Company, they have been really closely guarding what the plot is going to be about and who is actually going to be traveling up to Canada to be in this new series. Usually this far into making a series, we usually have a lot more information to go on. So one, I really hope that they bring back the main original characters of Gobo, Red, Wembley, Mokey, and Boober. They were in the original series and I really loved them. Then I think there were some Doozers and Gorgs that were in the series. And of course, there was a human named Doc, and he had his dog Sprocket, and I hope they're in the series as well. If you're kind of into Fraggle Rock, you might know that Apple TV Plus, they recently did a short form spinoff that was called Fraggle Rock On, and it featured Traveling Matt. So I'm sure that he's going to be joining the group as well. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Fraggle Rock, it was one of those popular kid series from the 80s that was hugely watched, and I believe it came on HBO in the US and ITV in the UK. The show's about an anthropomorphic species that lives underground in caves, and along with other creatures that are there, they're constantly visiting and exploring other worlds that they actually call outer space. Now, if you remember the Muppet Show from the 1980s, this show also uses puppets, but it was a little more interesting in the fact that they had this whole other world underground that was pretty gorgeous and colorful, and it was really interesting to watch. So one reason that I'm really excited for the series is I really loved watching Fraggle Rock growing up as a kid. I watched this thing on repeat on HBO when I was growing up, and I would actually like to know what you guys think about it. Are you a Fraggle Rock fan? Did you watch it as a kid as well? Or have you watched the new Fraggle Rock On? Let me know what you guys think about this new show coming out in the comments down below. Next up, I have some Ghostbusters news for you. The release date for Ghostbusters Afterlife, it's actually been pushed back to November 11th. But I got some more Ghostbusters news as well. I did find out that there is a new ghost that's kind of getting hyped up for this new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. He's blue, his name is Muncher, and I think we actually might have caught a glimpse of him in a trailer for Ghostbusters that came out a couple months ago. One theory that I have is that maybe this new blue ghost called Muncher is gonna somehow connect and befriend the new Ghostbusters, all the kids, kind of like the original Ghostbusters did with Slimer. But then on top of that, we got more Ghostbusters news that was announced. A Ghostbusters cereal that hasn't been out since 1985, it's coming back as well. There's no info on when this thing's going to be hitting shelves, but I did find out that it is going to be pink cereal, and they're going to have white and green marshmallow ghosts. I kind of remember the cereal from the 1980s, but I definitely don't remember what it tastes like. So when it does come out in stores, I'm going to be buying some for sure. And then there is a couple more things that you guys can check out in the description down below. There is a Willy Wonka prequel that is set to hit theaters in 2023. I think that they're looking to have Tom Holland or Timothy Chalamet play a young Willy Wonka. Then if you're a Radiohead fan, there is a demo tape that the band made before they changed their name to Radiohead, and it is actually up for auction right now. I believe it's already up over like $6,000, but if you are a huge Radiohead fan, you might want to go check this auction out. I'll link to it down below. Then I pity the fool who doesn't want to see what I think it's the largest private Mr. T collection actually looks like. I'm like in envy of this guy. He has a huge, awesome Mr. T collection, and I'm pretty jealous. Finally, if you're into retro pop culture, you got to check out the next video right there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.